Hey, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Sports Newscast Report. My name is Jim Parsons. I'm here with thesports.com. It is Wednesday, August 12th. We've got lots to go through in terms of WWE and AEW. Of course, there's Dynamite tonight and NXT tonight, but we're going to talk about a few other things related to wrestling. First things first, Brian Myers, also known as Kurt Hawkins, recently did an interview talking about how his release from WWE sort of went down, contracts leading up to the releases from a bunch of WWE superstars, how he wound up in Impact Wrestling, how he's happy to be there now. And one of the things that he said, which was really interesting, was that WWE was giving out contracts, big money contracts, big 5-year term contracts to a lot of people. He called them what wrestlers said were "don't go to AEW" contracts, which is basically WWE's way of saying, hey, we don't want you to leave, even though we're not going to use you. And it got really out of control, and there was a lot going on here, which is kind of an interesting story when you consider that there's no talk that Vince McMahon isn't even watching AEW programming. At least that's the rumor, the speculation that he doesn't even care about AEW and he's not watching it, he's not paying attention to it. So it's an interesting diversity in the terms of the stories, right? Brian Myers says, hey, WWE let everybody go. They didn't want anyone to go to AEW, while Vince McMahon and other people are saying he's not even watching the product. So it's kind of interesting that way. But one person who has appeared for AEW and might show up for WWE is Jeff Cobb. He's not actually an active AEW roster member. He's with ROH and he's been in a bunch of other independent promotions. But talk is that WWE is speaking to Jeff Cobb and is interested in signing him. So it'll be interesting to see if this would be technically, I guess, the first AEW superstar to head over to WWE and not vice versa. Lots of WWE guys in AEW now, but could this technically be an AEW wrestler heading to WWE? All right, and my question for you today is this. There's a lot of information going around SummerSlam, which is about a week and a half away. One of the big stories is what's going to happen in the Randy Orton-Drew McIntyre match. There's some talk that maybe Randy Orton might actually win the title here, and there's a potential swerve in the works. That what we saw on Monday night with Ric Flair wasn't actually what happened. The lights went out. We think he punted Ric Flair. We didn't see it. We don't really know, and maybe there's a swerve working here where Randy Orton would still be with Ric Flair and win the WWE Championship at SummerSlam. So my question for you is this. Would you like to see that? Do you want Randy Orton to actually walk away with the title? And where do you see him in the world of wrestling and WWE right now? Is he overrated? Is he underrated? Is he right where he should be? Would you like to see Orton win the title and maybe Drew McIntyre get it later at WWE's WrestleMania or Royal Rumble or what have you? So put in the comment section. Let me know. What do you think about Randy Orton? Where do you like him? Do you like the idea that he could walk away with the title here at SummerSlam? Where would you put him and where would you rank him in terms of WWE as a heel for sure? Because he delivers some really good promos and his stuff on Raw was awesome. So don't forget, check us out at Big Bang Jim on Twitter. Listen to the Smart Marks of Wrestling podcast on Anchor.fm. You can check us out on Talking Raw every Monday night. And on Friday, we'll have another newscast report talking about SmackDown and WrestleMania. So guys, for Wednesday, enjoy AEW and NXT, and we'll talk to you on Friday.